What is going on, everyone? My name is Vincent and I'm back with another video. And in this video I have what might be the most worth it mod on any Miata right here. These are the Flyin Miata door bushings and they're made with nylon and reinforced with carbon fiber, and they'll run you about $40 to $50. If you guys didn't know yet, the Miata is actually missing something that most cars have, and that's called the roof. And because of that, that means the doors are a really important role in the structural integrity of the car. So taking a look at the Miata door jamb, we have a latch that most cars have, and we have this piece right here that not too many cars have. This is called the door bushing, and this is what we're going to be changing today. So what this bushing is supposed to do is hold the door in place from shaking up and down and twisting, and it does that by going into this metal cup when you close the door. Since this is a convertible, there's no outer frame for the door to fall against, and the bushing is basically all that's going to hold it together when you close the door. So here's how my door sounds with the factory bushing. It's not the worst, but it does rattle when I drive, and it really gets on my nerves, so I'm going to be switching that out today. Alright, so let's get started now. There's only 2 screws holding it in, and it's super easy to get out. You could use a screwdriver, but you risk the chance of stripping the heads off of the screws. So I recommend to use a 10mm socket, and that should pull these out with no problem. Let's go ahead and take these screws out. It's that easy. Now that the bushing is out, it doesn't hurt to clean this part a bit, just to get rid of the dirt that's been sitting there for the past 25 years. Let's take a look at the old bushing and see how it fits inside the cup. So just from the beginning, you can see that it has side-to-side movement like this, and it can also move up and down. Since this is rubber, that means it could flex, and that means that the door can also flex when the car turns. Now if we take a look at the new bushing, we can see that it fits really snugly into the cup, and there's no twisting movement, no up and down movement, and this is a solid material, so there's no way for this to flex. And right here we'll compare the weight of the factory bushing versus the new bushing. Here's the factory one, we'll put that down right there, and I would say that's around 52 grams. And here's the new one, and that is around 19 grams. So basically if we put 2 of them together, it still doesn't amount to the weight of the old bushing. So if you're crazy about weight savings and every gram counts, throw this out and grab yourself a set of these. Let's get back to installing the new bushing. I actually spray painted the hardware black just so it will blend in better with the bushing when I install it. And to install the bushing is just as easy as taking it out. To start off, you just want to hand tighten the bolts first. The reason why we're actually only hand tightening for now is because we want to be able to slide this up and down to where it stays in place. And we want to be able to slide this up and down because when we close the door to adjust the bushing, the cup is going to slide over this and keep it wherever the door naturally falls in place. All you really have to do to get the bushing adjusted properly is just close the door a couple of times, and that's going to make the cup sit over the bushing and push it into the right place. After you know that the bushing is adjusted properly and in the right place for the door, you can go ahead and snug it down. There we go. So this side is done, and now let's move on to the next one. Now let's go ahead and compare this with how the old bushing sounded. Now let's see how it sounds with the Flyin Miata bushing installed. Alright, it might be hard to tell on camera, but I definitely do hear a difference, and let's see if it still shakes. It does not shake at all anymore. You do hear a little creaking, but that's probably from the moldings, so I think this is a big improvement. Alright, now that I got both of the bushings installed, I'm gonna take it for a spin and see if I can actually tell a difference with the new bushings. Alright, so I'm back from my drive and I can tell you two things. One, my doors actually completely stopped rattling, or it's just to a point where it's so small that it doesn't bother me at all. And number two is something I felt almost instantly. My driveway is sloped, so that means when I'm driving this up and down, I would generally hear and feel the chassis flex a lot. But now with the new door bushings installed, I hear it a lot less and I feel it a lot less too. Also, when I'm zipping this car side to side, I will feel the chassis flex a lot less, which is a good thing. So in the end, yes, it is worth it, and I think that this should be the first mod that you do. It's definitely the cheapest and most worth it mod that you can get. And do you guys know what else can improve the handling of a car besides door bushings? Suspension, and that's exactly what I'm going to be doing in my next video, so stay tuned guys. That is going to be it for this video, and if you enjoyed it, don't forget to give it a thumbs up, and if you want to see more, then go ahead and subscribe. I'll see you guys next time.